Chris Perillo asks, why do you live where you live? Well, during the course of my life, I've had the opportunity to live in two different areas of the United States. For the first 53 years of my life, I lived in the suburbs of Philadelphia. I was born there, and that's why I lived there for such a long time. But then, during the course of the years, primarily 1986 and forward, I did a lot of traveling. I spent the 1980s going over to Europe all the time. I spent the 1990s, well, first Europe and then Canada. Then we got into the 2000s and I started visiting other areas in the United States. And I was always hoping one day that I would be able to move somewhere. And that opportunity came in September of 2010. September 2nd, to be exact. I packed up the car and I moved 555 miles to the south to an area called Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Now, why did I choose Winston-Salem? Well, number one, there's mountains here. It's rural here, with a little bit of urban thrown in. I'm only a couple hours from the coast. And I can get to other areas in the United States that I've never really been to because they were just too far away from Pennsylvania. I'm also centrally located, so if I decide to drive to the West Coast someday, it wouldn't be that hard. And I found out that after I moved here, I love this area. So therefore, I'll probably live here the rest of my life. Now, I'm in my second location in the Winston-Salem area. The first place I lived in, it was actually in a little town called Clemens. You can look that up on Google Maps. But my mailing address was Winston-Salem. I was just barely over the line on the Winston-Salem side, right along Stratford Road. And then in 2012, August the 20th to be exact, I moved to a town called King, North Carolina, spelled K-I-N-G. I have a mobile home up here. I walk out on my deck, I got this wonderful view of Pilot Mountain. Oh, did I mention everything in North Carolina is dirt cheap compared to the Northeast? That's why I live where I live. And I'm enjoying every little bit of it. Will I ever move from North Carolina? Probably not. Because even when I've lived down here, I visited South Carolina, I visited Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Florida, Arkansas. Arkansas is the one that really comes a little bit close to what I experienced here in North Carolina, but North Carolina is still better. Therefore, I'm a North Carolina boy for the rest of my life. And that's why I live where I live. Thank you for allowing me to bore you. And have a great day. Bye.